Hello angels, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, hello, hi, my name is Aisha Christina, and I'm pretty sure that I'm wearing this dress wrong, but it looks cute. And I don't know, I was kind of feeling a summer hat vibe. Before we get on into this video, because it's a really great topic, I want you guys to make sure your post notifications are turned on because you guys never know. Now that I've been consistent, we're on a schedule here and I feel so incredible and amazing, like interacting with you guys for all these premieres. And I may be doing some spontaneous lives because I got a new MacBook and the clarity is astounding. So make sure that your post notifications are turned on so you're notified every single time that I post. Also, make sure to always check the description box for everything that I have on, links to the makeup, all that stuff. And make sure you are following me on Instagram at Aisha Christina Foster. And now let's get into this video. I get so many questions all the time. People want to know, kind of how to date yourself. And this is an interesting topic to me because this is something that I feel like I've actually been doing. And I think it's important to discuss because we search for happiness in so many things that may not always be sustainable. And this is why it's so important to really have that happiness within yourself. So I've learned so much about myself in these past 2 years of being on YouTube. It's going on 3 years that I will be on YouTube in December. And aside from the fact that I am a naturally reflective person, I genuinely do strive to make content that is authentic for me and that can serve as an inspiration to you guys. So in life, if there's one thing that you absolutely need, it is resilience. And my desire to talk about these things with you guys is things that actually flow from my heart. I get it. It's YouTube and I have videos where I have a more upbeat, bubbly type of pep style type of thing, but I am offering these diverse topics on my channel because this is all a part of life and this is all a part of growing as a person. You cannot go from A to Z in a matter of seconds. A lot of these things really do take work and really are going to require your undivided attention and for you to actually be willing to put in the work. So A is the baseline understanding that you need to show up for yourself. So it kind of made me think, in all the different things and areas in my life, am I showing up for the things that I love in the way that I want to? And I want you guys to ask yourself this too. If you're not doing that, then that's where you need to start showing up for you, because we can't expect other people to show up for us and to do things for us that we're not even willing to do for ourselves. And a lot of the times we easily distract ourselves, involve ourselves in people, investing in them, time, energy, all these different things, because it's obviously easier to do those things than to sometimes look inward, of course. But those situations are not sustainable. So I just want to start out by saying, don't give up on yourself. Give it your best efforts. You're going to get to know yourself. And here is how I am actually doing it. Number one, you're going to invest in your emotional health. Number one. I've said this a million times on my videos. My ideas may have evolved and things like that, but this actually remains the same and remains to be true. This means finding solitude. When you date somebody, you want what? Their undivided attention. So you can look at this like a little experiment of giving yourself your undivided attention. You can find books to read, find things that actually inspire you, find things that encourage you, find someone to watch that inspires you. You can read quotes. I'm a very big quotes person. Post them in your room. There are apps that can send you daily alerts to have self-affirmations, things like that. Or you can just set a reminder yourself and have it alert yourself. There are a million different alternatives that are literally free, cost you nothing, to just show up for yourself and invest that energy into yourself, investing in your emotional health. I think it's important to understand that we owe it to ourselves to understand ourselves to the best ability so that we can choose better partners that nurture us in a way that is compatible. And if you can't identify that, then you have no way of knowing what you will and will not tolerate. You can't gauge what your threshold is going to be. It's like you set yourself up where you could potentially become like a bottomless pit for happiness. Like, you ever see people in life where it kind of seems like on the outside they have everything that they want, but they still just feel empty. They have the job, they have the financial security, they have, the dream home. And these are things that are all arbitrary, because to everyone, success is arbitrary. So if you feel like someone may have all these different things, but there's something still missing in them, what does that tell us? That our happiness really does first have to come from ourselves. Number 2, next you're going to boost your serotonin. So I'm sure we're all familiar with this term. Serotonin is that happy hormone, that feel-good hormone. So there are many ways to naturally boost that serotonin. More than likely, especially if you're watching this, you have to get over this idea, number 1, that it's boring to I don't feel like doing all this stuff. Angel, I really need you to understand this concept. If you are not willing to put in the work for you, there's no way that you can expect another person to do that. You're not even willing to do it for you. No one else is going to either, right? It's kind of like never taking pride in your appearance or anything, which we will get into a little later, and then saying, when I get with someone, then I'll finally dress up and do all the, no, but that's a little later. Like I said, serotonin stabilizes your mood, helps you feel calm and more focused. So what are some ways that we can actually naturally do that? I know everyone says work out, get fit, but it is so true. This is an easy way to get those endorphins going, to boost your serotonin, okay? So that you can feel good. Nobody works out and goes, I wish I never did that workout. Yeah, says no one ever. I like to work out. I actually genuinely do like to work out. There are still times in my fitness journey where throughout my lifestyle of being healthy and trying to eat healthy, I'm a human being. My weight is going to fluctuate up, down. There will be times where I'm working out every single day. There are times where I'm working out twice a week. There are times where I don't work out for a month. It's just a lifestyle, okay? And whenever I do work out, and I'm just I forget that there are a million different things you could do. Nobody said you got to lose weight by getting on the treadmill and running 3 miles. Nobody said that. Okay. Nobody said that you have to go spend all these different craziest, copious amounts of money on fitness memberships and all this, that. You don't have to do that. There is something called YouTube, where we offer free content. Hello. Hi, for you guys, to genuinely help enrich you guys and to serve a purpose for the human collective. So I actually, fun story, found someone named MK Fit, which I will link maybe on the screen or down below. And she makes the most fun dancing videos. Dancing, and I'm not talking about Zumba even. Her style is more very simple moves in a Tabata style. Tabata is basically repetitive moves over and over again, and then a short window break. And it's so easy to follow. And the other night I got so carried away because I'm naturally just learning to go with the flow, and I'm still very productive. However, I noticed that there are times where I'm more productive during the day. And then there are also times right now where my productivity tends to come in the latter end of the day. And I just follow suit with that. And I just go with it instead of getting frustrated with myself and saying, it's 6 p.m. I guess the day is over now. Guess I can't get anything done. Says who? Especially because I do, in my case, have the ability to work whenever I want. So for me, it's I look at that and I'm grateful. Wow, this is what I get to do. So I'm still going to get stuff done. It's no big deal whether your day starts at 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. As long as you're getting something done, your job every day is to be better than who you were yesterday. If that is all that you did today, then you already won, right? So like I was saying, getting active, finding an activity that you genuinely enjoy is something that's going to make you feel good. You know why? This is you time. I have this app on my phone too, because there was a point in time where I was obsessed with running, called Runkeeper. And the coach in my head, my front run liner coach, I think it's called, she would say this is you, this is you time, you're showing up for you. And that was so profound to me, because I was thinking to myself I've actually never thought about it like that. I don't know why I never thought about working out as showing up for me, and that this is considered me time. And when I reframed it and I shifted my perspective into thinking of it like that, that is exactly how I still think about it. It's me time. This is something that I do for reward. I'm okay, I'm done with my work day. I got everything done that I need to get done. Okay, what can I do? Ooh, I want to start dancing. And it's fun that I get to dance and I get to work out at the same time. And I'm just getting my body moving. I'm just showing up for me. And the reason why I stress the importance of doing what you love is because if you hate it, it's not sustainable. If you have this idea in your head, if you're someone that gets overwhelmed by going to the gym and, especially we're all in different stages. You may not feel comfortable going to the gym for whatever reason. It doesn't matter. You can say, oh, I don't want to work out like at home. I work out all the time in my room. Not only do I work in my room, I work out in my room as well. I turn on my laptop. I do happen to have a desktop. If you have neither, I'm sure you have a cell phone. You can look on there. There are a ton of free resources that you can look at online that are completely free, ranging from a variety of different types of exercises that you could do. There is no excuse, is what I'm trying to get you to understand. No excuse. Do what feels good. I think this is something that is so important to me. This is a part of getting my daily dose of serotonin, is doing what feels good to me. Of course there will be things that we may have to do that we may not want to do, but naturally I always try to keep that outlook of just doing what feels good. And it makes me feel very present. It makes me feel very compassionate, even if it's going outside for a walk. Even if it's going outside just to look at the sky and just get that sun exposure, that's going to help with your serotonin, okay? Writing down a gratitude list. And it's like, well, I know there are times where it's like, well, what, you feel like you have nothing to be grateful for. There's always something to be grateful for. The fact that you're here right now, even able to watch me, that is also something to be grateful for. Because however you're watching me right now, you have the ability to do so. You can see, when you approach life from such a grateful standpoint, which is like my permanent mindset now, everything, it's like you're a baby. It's like every single thing is so fascinating. Like things that I've always had, like I'm just looking at, like I was walking by my room the other day and I just looked at it and I was like, thank you. And I've been living here all of my life and I'm just like, thank you. And it just feels like I just feel so appreciative for just everything. I strongly encourage you guys to watch the movie The Secret and to read the book The Magic. That's all I have to say. Take it, do what you will. I promise you it's going to dramatically shift your perspective, dramatically change your life, and definitely get you into that, mode of really embracing and being grateful for the things around you. It's so important. Why? Because you understand your power. You understand that there are so many other things to be grateful for than to focus your energy on, being sad and down and upset about circumstances that a lot of the times are beyond our control. So happiness, I believe, is a choice. You have to decide. And why? This is important because why? When we date people, we want everything that we do with them is interesting. We're going for a walk. Yeah, I just want to go for a walk with you. Every single thing is interesting. So why can't it be interesting for you too? It absolutely can be. Number 3, get dressed up and run errands. Look at what I do for a living. I'm sitting in my room here in a dress, makeup on, cute hat on. This hat is so cute. I literally cannot do these things. It makes you feel so good. Like now I do my makeup and I just was looking in the mirror and I was like, I'm not even going anywhere. I kid you not. I'm not even going anywhere. And I don't even care. I literally don't even care. It just makes me feel good to just know I just look so good. And then after I get my work done, it puts me in that creative space where I'm like, what can I do? And again, this applies for me. I can make a TikTok. I could make a cute reel. I could just take cute pictures just to have them. There are a bunch of different things you could do. And obviously we all know that when you look good, you feel good. You can even take yourself to lunch. I know that's very difficult for some people because you feel awkward. It's dang, am I really going to sit here by yourself? No one said you have to you can sit at the bar literally by yourself and, have something to do. Even if it's writing something down, going to a place maybe that's even more casual that you can just have your own little corner to yourself and just write whatever you're feeling for that day so that you kind of occupy your mind. We all have phones too. I mean, I don't know how many people are going to be sitting at a bar, like, you know, like I guess focusing so much on their phones or whatever. But also, if that's something that you wanted to do, then like, so what? At least you're out by yourself. I mean, you can really do what you want. So try and like get that out of your head that like, oh, like I don't want to go out by myself. I don't want to do this. I do a lot of things by myself. Why? Because I'm not going to wait until another person is in my life to enjoy those things. Like, I like knowing that I have that experience of going to a bar by myself and just sitting there by myself. And like, you know, there are times where I go out and like people, like they talk to me, they whatever. And then there have been times where I'm like so focused like on my work where like, you know, my interaction with people is very limited, but I still am there by myself and getting that experience. And I think that everyone deserves to know what that feels like. Don't wait for that special occasion to wear that outfit. Don't wait for that special occasion to wear that perfume. Like I have a lot of perfumes, like as we know. So I have just learned even for myself, I'm like, I'm going to wear whatever spray, perfume I really want. I mean, obviously, like if you have some pricier ones, like you're not going to go spraying those all the time or really ever if you're going to bed. But the point is like, don't wait for these special occasions and people to give your best and to show up as your best, because you showing up as your best shouldn't be contingent on another person or another circumstance. When we go out on dates, we usually dress to impress yourself. You're dating yourself now, right? Impress yourself. And this is honestly just going to allow you to radiate such confidence that, I mean, hey, you may not be dating yourself for much longer. In conclusion, angels, schedule time to anchor yourself. Connect with your wants and your desires. What makes you feel good? We are going to end up being bottomless pits if we are constantly searching for happiness in everyone and everything else but ourselves. And yes, community is important, but it's time to show up for you. You can't pour from an empty cup. Charity starts at home. Now is not the time. You can't afford to put your desires anymore on the back burner. If there's anything that this whole panoramic has taught us, is that life is still going to go on regardless, and that the things that we once thought were so important all of a sudden weren't. No matter what job everyone had, no matter what circumstances that the world was in their own private lives before this happened, it didn't matter, because globally, universally, we were all dealing with the same reality. So what does that tell you? That in fact, there is time to pause and to reflect and to give yourself that time instead of constantly expending energy and spreading yourself thin in a million different ways and then wondering why you don't want to take the time to figure out yourself because you don't even know where to start. Life, a lot of the time, is about perspective. Choose to look at this like having fun, as though you are literally, again, this is an experiment. You're literally looking at yourself like you are dating another person, except it's you. Like that. It's fun. It's exciting. Ooh, like I'm getting dressed up tonight for this date, and it's me. It's me. That feels good. To have that level of excitement for yourself is bliss. I kid you not. It's actually bliss. So get out of your head. Be present. Right here, right now is where you need to be. Look at me. Hi, beautiful. Right here, right now is where you need to be. And that's all you need to focus on. And interestingly enough, this will effortlessly allow you to tap into your femininity because you're being very present and still. And it's such a beautiful place to, and mindset to have. So you need to feel safe with yourself. That way you can tap into your intuition and align yourself with yourself. Start dating yourself. And these are 3 very simple things that I said, yet they do take time to actually push yourself to have the interest to want to do these activities. This is an action-based thing because that's what dating is. It's an action-based thing. Being single is great because you just get a little extra time to work on yourself before you are with someone else. And that is actually beautiful. Happiness and bliss is on its way to you, I promise. That is the end of this video, angels. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful for you. We are so close to 200,000 subscribers. I am emotional, but I'm gonna keep it together. I'm genuinely emotional. Like, we are celebrating Absolutely, okay? So do not forget that I love you and God loves you, and I will see you beautiful angels in my next video. Mwah.